Good afternoon to our lovely Facebooks. This is Dee in broadcasting mode. This is Dee Maxwell, and we're going to be having a lovely discussion today. Now that I'm in a new personality today, me and my wonderful friend Steph are going to talk about body image. What do you think about that, Steph?
Oh, is that what we come on for? I come on because I wanted to have a look at your parrot. What we doing?
Well, you know, we're talking. See what I mean? You just took me right out my character. We're going to talk about. Remember, I was saying to you about how I've always thought that no, I don't think I'm actually attractive at all, and you were actually accepting of that until we mentioned Megan Fox, and then you were confused, thinking what she doesn't think she's good looking. Like, obviously, it was all right for me to think that, something along those lines.
Right, I'm going into Scottish mode so I can understand you now. No, when we thought about Megan Fox, I look confused because I don't know who the hell she is. That's why
You know,
No, I kid you not. I don't know who Megan Fox is. If she walked past me, I wouldn't know her. True story.
well, she is. All I know is she's a very. I think she's an actress. Don't quote me, but she's dead attractive. But she suffers from a medical condition which is called body dysmorphia, which is actually the severe end of really not. And I think, not diagnosing myself, but I think that I've really got a bit of that because people tell me I'm good looking, and I already think that's because they want into my pants if they're male. I'm not saying that women haven't fancied me, because they have, or it's because they're trying to be nice to me. It's never because I actually look attractive. I actually feel quite emotional that I actually feel attractive. It's actually been a thing for me. I think that's why I've always ended up with kind of narcissistic relationships or people that have downed me, because I've never thought I've been good enough for somebody that's maybe of my attractive level, whatever that may be.
I know exactly what you mean, even though I look like this. I sometimes struggle. No, because if you've seen any of my videos, all I ever talk about is how effing fat I am. And I feel fat. Even when I was slim, I got down to 8.5 stone once, and I still felt fat. And now I'm 13 stone, and I still feel fat. So it doesn't matter if I am fat or not. And now I just think, bollocks. I love me pizza. I love me chips. I love me curry. What I must never ever do is look in the mirror naked, because that's when it all goes horrifically wrong in my head. If I keep, it's not good for us, is it?
No. Look, Alana's saying, I'll never forget your sexy outfit. Tell us more about that then.
Oh, I've never seen them. Hello, Alana. Which sexy outfit? Well, I tried a bikini on the other day in a video, and I looked in the mirror and I thought, what have you done to yourself, girl? What have you done to yourself?
I think the only place I have worn a bikini is when I went abroad with my mates on holiday. And do you know what? Back in the day when I did get absolutely frazzled out my mind, I couldn't really see straight because I was like that, you know what I mean? And that was the only time that I wore a bikini, because I thought I looked fantastic. And that's probably why I used the old bit Bob Marley and all that, because if I was using Bob Marley, I'd be like, don't worry, I'm stunned at my mind. You know what I mean? Do that, because every little thing is gonna be all right. Or I was doing it Scarface, absolutely out my tatty scone. So no, I've never felt beautiful, and I hate admitting that because I'm all about shouting about confidence, and I think my soul's beautiful, what I'm always banging on about. But as far as aesthetically looking, I don't think I'm good looking at all, and I don't know if the weight would change that. But I have, if you've noticed, I've been a bit of a cook connoisseur the last couple of weeks. You know, I'm doing really well with the old bit eating, and I've not drank Coca-Cola. I've had a wee relapse on Coca-Cola, the juice, at the weekend. But other than that, for 2 weeks, I've been drinking lemon and lime and ginger and water.
She's living the good life. You're D. Leah Smith now. D. Leah Smith. See what I did there? Well, just for the record, D, and I know you think it's all bullshit, but I think you're dead bonny. I love you. I love your face. I love your shape. I love your personality. And I'm not saying it to be nice, because if If I thought you were an ugly bastard, I'd say, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? But, you know...
Don't worry, I'd say the same to you, mate. You know, that's how we're friends.
But, like, when I'm scrolling on my thing and I see whatever you do would pop up, it makes me smile straight away.
Don't, man, I'm hormonal. You'll make me great. I've got perimenopause.
Well, I know what you mean about how you feel, but just don't be so hard on yourself. Just, like, if you were talking to someone else who you love, say that same thing to you. Say, yeah, because, like, I put my bikini on the other day and I looked a right clip compared to the Love Island girls.
What's the clip? I'm with you, Queen and Snow, but on you go, Melody.
Like a mess. So, but when I looked, I thought, right, what have I done to myself? I've ate too much. I've drank too much. I've lazed around a bit too much. Would I do it all again? Yes. So it's tough, really, isn't it? It's not going to change.
But I would do it all again as well. I look at like one of my friends get married when she was 17, you know, spent her whole life, don't get me wrong, she's divorced now, and all she ever says to me is, I wish I'd done that when I was there. I wish I was like, well, let's go back to 1998 when I did it and we can talk about it. Let's go back to 1990. I did that too. I've done that.
Yeah,
you know, yeah. But I think it's, especially in the world we're living in, and you know how much I hate Love Island, can't stand it, right? Because I think it promotes the only beauty comes from an aesthetic look, you know. And it's nothing against the beautiful girls or guys on there because they are gorgeous. But it's about what they're projecting. Where is the 20-something like me? Where is the 20-something boy that's got the beautifulest personality, but he's not got the aesthetic model body? Where are they on this show? Because Love Island isn't about. Why don't we just call it CX Aesthetic Island? Because it's not about love. Because love doesn't bang you in 2 seconds either.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a really bad role model, that program, for youngsters. Because if we feel, I mean, we're in our 40s and 50s. If we're like lacking confidence of body, what's a 19-year-old going to feel like looking at that?
Exactly.
Have a normal body.
How many 19 do you know they're going for rhinoplasty? You know, they're going for Botox in their forehead because they're being told that it's better to preserve than prevent. Is it? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Is it better to preserve? Is it better to wait till you get wrinkles? Is it better to grow gracefully? Because, you know, I just think 19-year-old, the last thing I was thinking about, does my nose look big? You know, I had so much fun. I was jumping about full of cider. I know that I'm promoting drinking, but I was jumping about. I was doing my thing. You know what I mean? I was having a good time. You know, I wasn't into the stages that took me into what I'm doing now, but I didn't think about my nose. Back then, I was probably more body confident than I've ever been. I think the sign of the times has took me, I need to be a size 10 to be loved. How's that? How tragic's that?
Yeah. The magic size 10. Most people want to be one. I was a size 10. I was no happier because I was miserable because I couldn't eat what I wanted. Now I eat what I want. I'm miserable because I'm fat. So both ways I was fucking miserable. You know what I mean? So I might as well have me flipping food. And you know what I mean? Am I happier being thin or happier eating what I want? It's the pizza every time. Will win.
I honestly do feel well if I'm not just promoting healthy stuff, but see if I've put diet juice into my life and chocolate, I do feel more alive. I do feel more alive. I do feel more at myself. But it does take days for that withdrawal. And, you know, I still have, but what I'm not doing is I'm calorie counting to a degree, but I'm going swimming and stuff as well. And I'm not like, I cannot have another biscuit or I'll be 20 calories over my deficit. I'm not doing that to myself. So I'm still really happy. But then that's a lot to do with where I am in life and not to do with what I'm doing. And plus, I'm not doing it to be thin for a change. I'm doing it because I want to be healthy. So it's different. Whereas all these years, I've done it because people have called me fat or I've felt I'm fat, you know, done all these things. It's never been about anything. And it's horrible. It's so horrible to feel like that. To feel so, my ex-partner, I felt confident because we loved each other at the time, you know, and I did feel good, but I have got a guy's like, right, you ready? I'm like, gives another wine. And not because I don't fancy the guy or I don't want to do what I'm doing, because I don't want to get naked. I don't want to expose her.
I'm the same, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Put the lights off, the covers over.
And also, it's us women that do it, because I speak to guys, genuine nice guys, and genuine guys that are straight up with us, and they say they don't like a size. They don't look at women the way we perceive men looking at us. They really don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, a man will any size. They don't care, do they? They don't.
I even love, a man that genuinely loves a woman, they might say if it affects her, right, well, let me help you and support you on this journey. But a man doesn't, as long as his missus is happy and confident with him, a decent man, a man that really genuinely wants to be with you, has no hang-ups in how you look unless you have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, shall we read some messages?
Aye, go for it, because there's a lot coming in. You go first.
Margaret's coming up for 60. She's got her nose pierced. Yay! 16 tattoos. I'm going to look cool as F if I ever go into a care home. Life is for living. I'm getting my nose done soon.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Hi, Kate Holland. Hi, Sally.
I just think I'd look like a bull if I get my nose, because I've got a boxer's nose, do you know what I mean? I've got the big, and if I get my nose, I just think I would look like a bull, you know what I mean? I'd be like, I'd look like a bare knuckle fighter or something like that, you know what I mean, if I get my nose done.
Don't say that.
Hi, Michelle, darling.
Just because you bare knuckle fight every day doesn't mean you have to look like one. If you just get a stud, read that one.
My partner just watches me pluck hairs at the chin, and I say, do you find me attractive? Of course. I bet she does. You fucking crack me up.
I'll pluck my out my nose with my fingers.
I do it all the time. My fingers, it's terrible.
Still trying to lose weight. Oh, you read it, sorry.
Yeah. Still trying to lose weight, but we'll get there eventually. Love the lives with you too. Lockdown vibes with the life. I know that's the only thing I liked about lockdown effects. People said to me all the time, what's the one? And I said, then meeting Steph and that, and doing all the different lives that we've done, and meeting all these different people, comedians, and all these different people were connected. I'd never met Danny. You might have, because you're in the same area, but I'd never met Danny Posel, you know what I mean? Things like that.
A lot of positive things come for creators during lockdown, for artists and singers, and because you were
where would we all be if we didn't have that? Because a lot of the guys that were like, no, I'm not doing social media and that, I'm a stage performer. Half of them now are still getting over the pandemic and still really struggling with their mental health. I mean, I'm not taking the rip out of it, but I'm thinking, if you just came in, you might have just got through it a wee bit better.
Got to adapt to whatever. And yeah, some people are just too closed-minded, and that's a shame. You've got to be open to anything. And I think we are, aren't we?
Hey, girls, fans from Dublin, Ireland, I love you. Hey! What's Dublin? You want me to try and do my Irish accent?
Yeah, go on.
Absolutely shit at it right before we go. Right, you ready? So I said to our Teresa, we're going down there, down the mines, and I said to her, you want to go down there and we'll get a coffee? I said, that'll be fine, my darling.
Mine's better.
Go.
Top of the morning to you.
You absolute ignorant person. I've
got an Irish guest.
Nobody from Ireland says top of the morning. That's just the same as Scottish don't say okay the new.
Don't they?
No, they well don't.
What about Donald? Where's your trousers?
No. That's you pissing off the folk that take us seriously again.
You have haggis for breakfast, don't you, so?
I know what you'll have for breakfast because you'll be doing it through a straw, mate. You'll be on a liquid diet for a small while, you know, bed rest, you know, darling. You need to do your normal trying any clothes on when you're in traction, sweetheart.
I do apologise, Scotland. I'm only joking.
He does it all the time, and people will message me going, does Steph really hate you? I'm like, no, she actually is one of my good friends. You know, the serious people on here.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not my fault that Scotland eat haggis and drink Tizer made from girders.
How is that Tizer? It's not Tizer.
Iron brew. I say iron brew.
Who's it made by?
Girders. It's made in Scotland from girders.
What do you identify with the country that everybody in the world has a problem with? Because see, when I go somewhere and somebody goes, "You're English," and I went, "No, Scottish." "Ah, Scotland. I've got a cousin from Edinburgh." I mean, I'm so pleased to know I'm Scottish.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I knew someone in Scotland. Did you know them? So
I know they did. You ever go, "Oh, you're from such," do you know my Auntie Margaret? She's died. Yes,
I know her, yes.
Oh, brilliant. But that's great, Dee. Thank you. But yeah, but on the actually, somebody said that, and they get annoyed, don't they? I've got really pretty model friends, and I mean proper model friends, not just OnlyFans model friends, right? Who really do not like their body. And when you see them in pictures, go, "Oh, look at her with a skinny tin waist," and they hate themselves. They've done so much aesthetics to themselves, and they still hate themselves.
Yeah. It's terrifying, isn't it? I think,
and it's women that do it to women. It's not men that do it to us. It's women in competition with each other and slating each other and putting each other's, like, I remember sitting watching, I can't remember who it was, and my pal who was quite judgmental, and she was quite similar size to me, and she went like, "But she's got a big nose." Like, oh my God, all the beautiful things that she's got there, you had to pick out that her big nose. I says, well, that's why you'll always be unhappy with yourself, because when you go around picking out what you don't like in somebody else, you're never going to like yourself.
It's like looking at a beautiful garden, all flowers, but you're noticing the weeds, isn't it?
Thanks, Scott. And you're noticing the one weed. I mean, the full garden's blooming and beautiful. All these are rare colours and gorgeousness, but oh my God, it's like everything in life, innit? It's one thing that I've been taught, obviously, getting my nut together, is you've got to look at the positives of the day, and you've got to really embrace the good stuff of the day. Right? People call me stuff every day, but I'm not in your house telling you what to do with your life. So, and it's like, well, if you put it online, I'm allowed to judge it. Yeah, and I'm allowed not to listen, and I'm allowed to say you're foolish.
When I read that, because I get that obviously as well, we all get it. When they say, well, if you don't want, you shouldn't be online. Well, it's not. It's like saying you've got a chip shop. Someone walks in and goes, "Your chips are shit." It's like, you can't do that in a shop, and you can't do it online. It's like saying,
Sonny, you were in the wrong. Exactly. Sorry, can you put that comment back, can you? Sonny, I went to a wee Scottish village, and I may have popped into the local pub. Should have seen the looks I got. Was it Beath? I'm only kidding. That was the rival town to my town, right? But was it Beath? Listen, everywhere you go, you'll get ignoramuses, and that's just what that is. Do you know what I mean? Where you're from is of no consequence, and it should not be in this day and age. You know what I mean? It really shouldn't. But I just like making the jokes with Steph, because she's always saying I'm eating haggis. But on a serious note, you walk in somewhere like that, go and spend your money elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't give them your money. Exactly. Like you don't take our Scottish money. But anyway, that's another thing from another day.
And I won't get you started on King Charles. He was doing a Scottish parade. Did you see? Was it yesterday or the day before? All dressed up again, all in all the glory again, marching up and down the streets. I said, oh my God, must do their heads in all them costumes and that. Wednesday it was, I think. Wednesday.
Was it a clown suit? No.
Yeah, all in clown suits, yeah. I thought, could you be bothered? Don't they ever just want to sit in the house in the PJs?
Probably, but then they can't claim their benefits. I mean, they can't claim, they can't get their wages.
I wouldn't be a royal for bloody love no money.
I've never, I'm being serious, in my whole life. When I was a wee girl, Charles came to Kilburnie and I cried, and that's been enough for me. I was only about 1 or something, I can't remember. It was like 1982 or something, or 1981. I was young, and all I know is I cried, and that was a sign. You know, I've never took to the guy. I know I don't know him, but since he's online and he's out there in a public figure, I'll judge him. You know what I mean? But he doesn't need to take my opinion on board either. I've never liked him, and I'm sorry. I know that people can do things wrong, but for the day never he married that young, beautiful woman, he treated her the way she did. Maybe she did go off and do her own things eventually, but I just don't like the guy. I don't like what he stands for. Also don't like the fact that now we're calling somebody who was never to be called that, calling them that name. They were never to, and that wasn't anything to do with his wife. That was to do with his mother's wishes. Didn't even respect his mum who served this very long time, whether liked or not, did it in a way, do you know what I mean? And he couldn't even respect his own mother for his own selfish right. But yeah, he's all about the people. Don't start me, Steph, man. I'll get banned. You're banned, man.
Show us something shiny. Show us
Show me
something
something shiny. You know,
shiny.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Anyway, what were you saying?
She said her prayers. Well done, Dee. Well done, Dee.
You want to say it with me? It might help you.
Yes, please.
Are you ready?
Shall we finish on a prayer?
Yeah. How long have we been on? We've been on ages.
4 days, it feels like.
You try to say you're not interested in talking to me. Did we address this? Did we address this body dysmorphia? Or did you just go off on a tangent and I just followed?
Yes. Yes, it was
ready.
mine.
Repeat after me. Are you ready? We're not ending on this because I've got one more question.
My fault, but I deflected it onto you.
I want to end in something nice, but then we'll after this prayer. But you ready? After me, ready? God grant me the serenity.
God grant me serenity.
To accept the things I cannot change.
To accept the things I cannot change.
The courage to change the things I can.
The courage to change the things that I can.
And the wisdom to know the difference.
And the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
Amen. I'm going to cry. You've made me all emotional.
You're at it, aren't you? Stop it! You can't just make a joke out of everything in life and then expect people to take it seriously sometimes.
It's made me cry.
Right, listen to me. Listen to me. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Everyone loves you almost as much as me. Everyone loves you. You're special, and I cannot wait to come and see you. I think you're an amazing asset to Britain, more than any other people that dress up in funny suits. Your suits are amazing. You're smashing your stage shows because I have been watching, and I just want to pass on some nice comments to you because you're always doing it to me, and I love you very, very much.
Right back at you, Dee.
Did you take the piss out of me now?
No.
At all? Was you good? Right, you've got to say something to the rest of them to make them feel good for today and not be funny about it.
Not be funny or
right, but just be nice. Just say something nice to everyone that's just tuned in to us for this small period of time.
Hello, I bring to you. Have a happy Friday and be lovely and kind, unless you can't be kind because who you're talking to. Try and be kind, but sometimes there are just CUNTs and we can't be kind to those and we don't have to be. So
and let me be professional. If you would like to see more of me and Steph doing wee 20-minute lives, that's just off the cuff, send in to our pages the subjects that you would like to talk about. Remember, let's not do politics or any of the stuff that's on the mainstream news because we avoid it like we avoid people that dress up in things and go on parades. So as long as it's something relevant that we can talk about and we don't get jailed for, you're welcome to put that into our inboxes. Okay, this has been Dee Maxwell and
Stephanie Ed. See you all soon. Love you. Bye.